Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are doing great in your life, right? So, this is Rajaryan here, and we are going to learn about how to make multiple graph on a data. As we know, in previous video, we have learned about how to make a single graph on single data table, right? But today, we are going to learn about how to make a multiple graph and multiple graph visualization for data, right? This is a so let's begin. This is a data. This is a raw data. By this data we can visualize. We are going to visualize the uh, data by this raw. If you have another data you can use, right? uh, by this you have, this is compulsory. If you have a data, then also you can visualize the data, visualize the data, right? If you do not have data, so what you will visualize, right? So for visualization of data you must have a raw data, right? Now I am going to create a new sheet, and the step will be same. If you have watched complete video of complete video of single graph, then this steps will be very easy for you, and today's videos all over the concept will be easy for you because the step will be same. We have add only multiple pivot table, right? And after that all the step will be uh, slightly same, right? So now let's begin. So we will click on the cell, we will go into the insert. Now we will go to the pivot table, we will click on it, and the pivot table asked for range, right? The range will be, the range will be your raw data, right? You have to select all over the raw data. The step to select the data is to select the first row and then select the key control shift and down. By this key you can select all over the data, right? And now you have to click on OK. The pivot table is created, and now you can see here all the fields that are in raw data is we have a raw data. We have a columns, employee code, sales executive, region, day one, day two, etc, etc. All these columns will be shown in pivot field, right? Not this one, we have created sheet 2. So as you can see here, all the columns is showing by the pivot table. Now we are going to make the pivot table of two rows, right? We will click on sales executive, and another we will click the total sales, right? Now we will repeat this step. I am saying na, what I am saying ki we have to repeat this step like previous video, but here we will create only multiple pivot table, and by the multiple pivot table we can create a multiple graph, right? Now we will click on the another cell, and we will go into the insert pivot table. We will select the range. For selecting the range, we have to select the first row, then Control Shift plus down. The data will be selected, and we have to click OK, right? And this will shows the field. Now we will take sales executive and target it, right? Okay. Now we will click on another cell. We will go into the insert pivot table. Pivot table we asked for the range. We will select the data. Data has been selected, and we will click on OK, right? Here we will take sales executive and target away from a target, right? Let's suppose we are taking a 3 table, right? We are creating a 3 pivot table. If we want to create 5 pivot table, then also we can create, right? And the step will be same for it, right? Now we will make some short thing in this, pivot table. If we want only top 10 data, right, we will go into the value filter, right, and we will select top 10. The data will be sorted by the top 10 got, right. Same here. If you want to create top 20, then also you can create. You have to input only the number. If you want to create top 20, then can we source the top 20 data? This is not any, this will not make any problem, right? I am taking the 10, you can take any of number, right? I am taking only top 10, right? So top 10 data. So this is your top 10 data of 3 pivot table, right? Now we will make a graph for the data, right? First we Firstly we are going to adjust the pivot tables, right? So it will show bigger than it is. Look, look like interactive data, right? So now we adjust the all over data. Right? Okay. Now we are going to insert a graph for it. We will go into the insert and now we will click on the pivot chart. The pivot chart has been created. Now we are taking a clustered column chart and this will be here. We will put it here, this chart, right? And this is a chart of sum of targeted, right? And we will make a graph for each pivot table. We'll go into the insert and go into the pivot chart. We will create a pie chart for this, right? And we will put it here. And now we are making a line chart for third pivot table, right? Okay. Right. So after this, we will create a slicer for it, right? We will create a slicer for it. We will click on insert slicer. The slicer will be, it will go into the insert. We will click on slicer, then slicer will become we want region. As a previous video, today also we are selecting the region. So we can get a data for each cities, right? This is a region, and we know how to we can use the in this way also, in this format also we can use the the region, the slicer, but we want to customize it, then we can edit also. We want I want only column also, we do not want a region, or we do not want a slicer in a rows, right? So we can customize it, right? And Now this is looking like this only, and we want to we want to delete a header file. Then you can go to the slicer setting, and now you can disable the header, right? And we will click on OK. The header will be now removed, right? Now we will put this slicer above the pivot table, right? Wait a minute. Now we will insert the slicer here, right? Like this. As you can see here, if I am selecting the slicer, if we will click on Chennai, then this will show the Chennai data. But you can notice the first pivot table is not responding to the slicer, right? Now we will go, if this problem is also coming to you, then you can go to the you have to click right button, and then you can go to the report connection, and we will select all the pivot tables for this state for it, right? Seed first, this is seed 2 now, so we will select seed 2 data, right? Go to down, table 1, table 2, right? Now all the table has been selected by the slicer, right? If you will click on Patna, then all the table showing the data according to the Patna, Nagpur, Mumbai, Delhi. Like this you can make your multiple, right, multiple graph for the multiple pivot tables, multiple tables, right? And if you want to customize it, then also you can make some changes on this data, right? If you have to expand this data in bigger size, then you can expand by at your condition, right? If you want to change the slicer color, then you can also edit the slicer, right? If you want any video in any topic about Excel, about SQL, and about Power BI, then you can mention it on the comments, right? And I will make particular video for that topic, right? So now, if your question is that I want to only show the data of sum of total cell, or if I want to only show the data of some target hit, then you can make a checkbox, or you can simply go to the slicer setting. You have to click on right button of your cursor, right? And you will go to the slicer setting, slicer setting not, you have to go into the report connection, and if you want to only see the data of your first pivot table, then you will disable the other pivot table, and you will click on OK. Now it will only show the first pivot table data of Delhi, of Chennai, of Nagpur, Patna, Pune, right? You can see here the other pivot table is not responding by the slicer. If I click on Patna, the first pivot table will be only change their data, other will be remain same, right? Patna, Nagpur, Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Ranchi, right? So by this you can visible your data, particular by this method you can visible your particular pivot data, right? And if you will click on all the pivot table, if you select all the pivot table, then data will be data will be changed according to the slicer, right? Delhi, Mumbai, right? Now all the pivot table is responding by the slicer, right? So by this you can make a multiple graph on multiple table, right? So thank you everyone.